Hello folks, Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Auto Detailing. Let me just go through what I've done with this car. We've been able to, you know, when I first started working on this thing, if you watch the first video, this paint is very interesting, very unique by BMW for this M3, and it is a 2010. It's going on 8 years old. I started to get more history of the car. It's my client is the third owner. This used to be a track car. It spent a lot of time on the track. They used to put slick tires on it and do all sorts of, you know, driving down the track, figure eights. I don't know what those crazy guys do, but it was a track car. It's been modified in some ways. The horsepower is different, the exhaust, and my client is now using it as a track car as well here in the Fort Worth area, just outside Dallas. So what we've done, once I started to hear some more of the history on this thing, what was appropriate for it, because most likely it's going to get a lot of tar stuck to it. It's going to get scratched. It's also the front end of this thing is going to get a lot of dust and dirt kicking on it, because when he's racing and he's right up close on the back end of another car, he's going to get a lot of debris on this. So we had to think about this. How aggressive did we want to be? How long did we want to spend correcting the paint, only to know that we've got potential issues coming our way with possibly doing some more paint correction in the future. So as a professional detailer, I had to evaluate all of that. I also had to take into consideration it's almost 8 years old, and I do not know the other two owners that own this vehicle. I do know, as I worked on this thing, that the two vehicle owners, the two owners previous to the guy that owns it now, boy, they did not take care of the paint at all. I don't think they even put any type of protection on it. I've got bird droppings, I've got bugs that have etched into the clear coat in a lot of certain areas, especially in the front. And this is not a wet sanding moment. We're not going to do that with this car because it is used, third owner. He wanted to restore some really nice shining gloss. He wanted to get rid of a lot of the spider webbing he had in the paint and some of the swirl marks from improper washing and drying. We've been able to do that. Again, this gentleman here just wanted me to focus on the paint. I didn't do anything with the wheels. That's not what he's asking me to do. He wanted me to be more available to him financially. He wanted me to dial in the paint. He's going to maintain it and go from there. He's going to actually, these tires are coming off because he's putting racing tires on, so it would have been a waste of time to do the wheels anyway. So I'll just bring you around this car, try to get some shots in the direct sunlight. What I used was Griot's fast correcting cream with an orange Lake Country force pad to be able to do a lot of the initial cutting. If you watched my first video, I had Meguiar's 105 out. There were certain areas around the car where swirl marks were really bad on these little A, B, C, C pillars here and on this quarter panel. Griot's fast correcting cream was having a hard time with this BMW hard paint. So I used 105 in these high gloss areas here on this pillar here, on the hood or on the trunk lid, along the tops of the doors, and then I use fast correcting cream down the side of the panels. This is something you guys will learn when you start doing paint correction for customers, trying to meet their expectations. Also, I don't have a lot of history about this car. I did see evidence that maybe somebody had cut it before with a wool pad because I saw some holograms. So I had to be very careful how aggressive I got with this paint. And again, this guy's going to be using it. My client's going to be using it to race with here in Fort Worth. He probably wants to do a one-step once again when he goes to sell it to somebody else so it looks nice. There's no scratches and swirls on it. So that's what I did. I did Griot's fast correcting cream. I used some Meguiar's 105 on some of these high gloss points and top of the hood. I used both of those compounds with a Lake Country orange force pad, and then I followed up with Griot's perfecting cream, and I used a white pad, a white Lake Country pad with Griot's perfecting cream. So it was kind of a two-step here. I did the heavy lifting with the Griot's fast correction. Boy, I can't even think. I'm tired, guys. Fast correction, what is it called? Fast correcting cream. Did most of the heavy lifting with that. Then I followed up with Griot's perfecting cream with a Lake Country white force pad all the way around the car. What I then did is I put down Menzerna Power Lock as a paint sealant. Put that on the car pretty quickly. And then I topped it with Meguiar's Ultimate Fast Finish over the car to kind of give this car a little bit of a wet look, a little bit of a slick look And I'm finding with Meguiar's Ultimate Fast Finish that's doing a really, really nice job on top of the Menzerna Power Lock to give it a little bit more of a wet look, where paint sealants traditionally don't do that. Traditionally, paint sealants will give you a synthetic look. They're not really warm and glowy like something from like a Carnauba base wax. So I've been topping Menzerna Power Lock a lot with the Meguiar's Ultimate Fast Finish and just getting tremendous results with it. This customer came out to look at it and he said, Scott, there is actually, well, I started to realize it. It was heavily oxidized. This paint is a very interesting color. It's black when it's in the shade, but when it's in direct sunlight, it starts to turn blue. It's like a chameleon paint, which is very interesting by BMW. So that's what we started to see. We also started to see some flake. We started to see some metallic flake in it, and the guy who owns the vehicle now since February said, Scott, I could not see the metallic flake on the paint whatsoever. So that was nice to be able to restore that metallic pop to the car. So there you go. Several hours into this, I probably, actual paint correction on this car plus all the protection was probably a steady 6 hours. I've been here at the job site longer because my customer, a client of mine, happens to be a friend as well, or he's become a friend, and we've been talking about all sorts of professional products from the detailing world. He also works in a field I'm highly interested in, so we've probably talked for a good 2 or 3 hours after working on this car about multiple things, plus raising families. He's got 2 children, I have a daughter of my own. So we just kind of went slow at it. It's Sunday, I got what I needed to get done, and I enjoyed a connection with a really nice gentleman who's awfully bright, highly successful and motivated, and now he's going to put this car on the track, which kind of bums me out a little bit. I hope we don't get any scratches. I'm sure he's going to get some tar on it, and I talked to him about a good chemical he can use to remove tar, and so we went through all that process with him. And he also wanted to know, Scott, how can I wash it in the future to reduce scratching and marring? So we went into all of that as well. But that's my project for today. Probably 6 hours continuous on the actual paint with all the paint correction. And then I've probably been here another 2 hours or so just talking to the client. But, you know, it's still daylight. We got the job done. He's happy. He said, I have not seen that car look that way since I bought it in February. And I'm willing to say the previous owner probably has not seen the car look this way either, because the previous owner, I don't even think, put wax or sealant on it. But there you go. Just wanted to share that with you, the products that I used, my time spent on it, and the results. I love you all. Hopefully you're having a good Sunday. Yes, this professional detailer is in high demand. I've got to fit people in, so Sunday was the best option. Plus this guy works on weekends. This happens to be his weekend off, so this was the best time to do it for him as well. So I accommodated him, he accommodated me. So that's beautiful. That's a wonderful relationship to build with a new client. So there you go, guys. Just wanted to share it with you. I hope you guys are all having a great weekend. Be safe, love one another, enjoy your families, and we'll see you on the next video. I appreciate it.